Hi guys, and welcome to Froggy Day Crochet. My name is Erica, and today we are talking about sock looms. I've had a few requests to talk about sock looms, which are the best, which are better for beginners, that type of thing. So I'm going to do a review video on each one of these looms, give you my unbiased opinion, and we'll go from there. I'll tell you which is, I think personally, is the best for beginners. Which one is better for certain things, whether it's toe up, cuff down, two at a time, that kind of thing. So, if you're ready to find out more about these looms, stay tuned. We're headed to the craft table. Okay, let's talk sock looms. There are several different sock looms on the market. There is a CinDwood sock loom, 1/4 inch, 56 peg. This is not a sock loom, but I use it as one. This is a CinDwood Looms universal hat and scarf loom. This is also a 1/4 inch gauge, and it is 130 pegs. And there is a sock loom 2 from Authentic Knitting Board or KB Looms. And there is a his and hers sock loom set from KB Looms. There are more on the market. There is Cottage Looms and there is Kiss Looms. I do not have those, so I will not be discussing those in this video. Okay, so what is the best loom if you are starting? First starting out. It really all depends on what type of sock you are trying to achieve. Meaning, are you wanting to use fingering weight? Are you wanting to use DK weight? Are you wanting to use acrylic? Meaning number 4 weight. For this particular loom, this is a regular gauge loom and is to be used with worsted weight yarn. It does have a slider peg right up here. You just loosen this little nut and then you can slide this up here where you need it to be. So if you want to make something that's 40 pegs or 60 pegs, you just adjust this the way you need to. This would be a good loom for baby socks, newborn socks. I don't know that I would use this loom. I would make socks for babies that are just learning to walk. Unless you put some kind of grip on the bottom of them, I'm afraid that they would fall. This loom can be purchased at Hobby Lobby. When I got it, it was $22.99. I'm not sure what the price is now. I've had it for a while. You could definitely use a 40% off coupon on it to get it through Hobby Lobby. or you can get it through knittingboard.com. I'm not sure how much it is on their website. Again, this one is only for the worsted weight yarn, so if you're wanting to use fingering weight yarn, this is not the right loom to do that. Okay. The other looms that I have all are a 1/4 inch gauge, and they are the perfect size for your fingering weight yarns, whether it's a yarn that you buy from an indie dyer or a sock yarn that you buy from a big box store like Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Joann's, that kind of thing. I'm gonna start in order of, well, I'm gonna go in order of economics, we'll put it that way. KB Looms also has the his and her set. This is a 1/4 inch gauge. It is a fine gauge, so it says fine yarn. It is a his and her set. The orange is for the her, for the she, for the female, and the purple is for the male. That is the idea behind it. With practically every loom that I've ever purchased from a big box store, you always get a loom hook. This does have a little pamphlet for instructions that tells you about the different looms. The orange one is 56 pegs, and it does say it. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Hopefully that is focusing because I'm not near my computer to see it. But anyway, it says 56 pegs right there. And the purple one is 64 pegs. So it says that the orange one is for an average adult foot circumference. Now, this is not the length of your foot. This is the circumference of your foot around the ball of your foot, 7 to 8 inches. And the purple one, the circumference is 9 to 10 inches. I've never had to use the purple one. I've always used the orange one. I made socks for my son's girlfriend. She wears a size 10 shoe and was able to make it on the 56 peg. I like the fact that you can hold it in your hand. It is made with a very durable, sturdy plastic. The pegs, while they are flexible, I did not have any problems with them wanting to break or anything like that. But again, now, like I've said in my other videos, you just are holding the yarn. You're not pulling to it. Your hand is more of a guide for it. Although when I am doing the toe, the Kitchener cast on, when I do toe up, I do pull those stitches rather tightly, and I did not have any issues with this wanting to break. I have actually 2 sets of these so that I can knit 2 at one time. This particular loom, I want to say, was about $15, $16 on the Knitting Board website. It is a very economically priced loom. It is a wonderful loom for starting out, especially if you are wanting to do socks with fingering weight yarn, okay? My next choice would be based on the looms that I own, would be CinDwood Crafts. This is a 1/4 inch 56 peg loom. 1/4 inch is the gauge, which is center of the peg to the center of the peg. This is made with MFD board. Very durable, very durable. The smaller pegs do have a little bit of a flexibility. I believe they are made of nylon. I have not had any issues at all with any of CinDwood looms. None. Now, for this particular loom, you can do, theoretically, you can do toe up by doing the Kitchener cast on. You can also do the Kitchener cast on this one. However, for this one, I think that there is a lot more waste yarn. So if I was going to use this yarn, this loom, I would be doing cuff down for these with this one. I'm not sure off the top of my head how much this one is. I will put that in the description. But this would be my next choice. My absolute favorite loom to do socks on is this one right here. And this is the CinDwood Crafts. This is actually a universal hat and scarf loom. And it is a 1/4 inch gauge, just like the other ones. And this one has 130 pegs. The reason it is my favorite is because it has these wedges here that are secured with this big washer and this wing nut. And you can move the washers where you need to. So if you know that you need a sock with 56 pegs to get your desired size, then you just move that wedge right there until you have your 56 pegs. You line the same thing up on this other side, and then that way you can knit 2 socks at one time. You will not have one sock syndrome because you're doing them both at the same time. What I do, I usually do toe up on these as well. I do the Kitchener cast on. I am working on some other toe up ideas that will be coming out in the near future. But how I work it is I'll start on one side. This is usually my starting peg, depending on what kind of cast on I do. And I will work around to this side. I'll come across my 2 wedge. Then I'll work around this side and then back up and across my 2 wedges. And I have finished that side, that round. And then I come back and work this side. So then I have actually done both of mine at the same time. There's no more counting. There's no more trying to figure out what row I'm on, how many rows I did in between the toes and the heels, that kind of thing. This is my favorite go-to loom for socks. Now, the price of that loom, if you are just starting out and you do not know whether or not you're gonna like socks, it may be too high. It's not really a high-priced loom. The loom itself is beautifully made. It's well worth the price, but for somebody starting out, they may not want to spend this much money on something that they're not sure they're gonna like, if that makes sense. So this loom right here was $65. And like I've said in a couple other videos, CinDwood Crafts has monthly specials all the time. Every month they have a different special. So if you're wanting to try this loom, you could just keep an eye on their specials and see if this one falls under it, or if they have a special discount code that month, that kind of thing. For me personally, if I was to recommend a loom for somebody starting out with socks that had never loom knit a sock before in their life, I would start with the His and Hers. It is very, very beginner friendly. Like I said, it holds in the palm of your hand. You can throw it in your purse. You can throw it in a little bag. Once you start doing your sock, the yarn that you have can just fit right in the middle of it, and off you go. But it is also made in a quality that it is good for an advanced loom knitter as well. So that is my opinion on the sock looms. For beginners, I would definitely suggest the His and Hers loom from CinDwood Crafts. Like I said, I believe they are $14.99 on their website. I do not think, well, at least my Hobby Lobby does not sell these. Some Hobby Lobbies may, and I'm not sure about Joann's. I know they have them on the website, and you can also buy them on Amazon. The sock too, again, would be okay if you're wanting to do worsted weight only. But if you're wanting to do the fingering weight, this definitely is not the loom for that. But it can be used for other things. You can make a small scarf or whatever. So, I mean, it can be used for more than just what it is advertised to do. But it is not going to work for fingering weight yarn. It'll be way too big and you'll have holes in your socks. So, I hope this answered some questions about what is the best sock loom to start with, the most economical one for beginners, and I cannot wait to see what you guys come up with. You guys can follow me on Instagram as Froggy Dale Crochet. I have a Facebook page where the searchable name is Froggy Dale Crochet, but the name of the page itself is Froggin Designs. I would love to see you guys post your socks underneath this video link that I put on that Facebook page. I cannot wait to see what you guys come up with. And again, if you have any other questions on these looms or any other looms that you may be interested in, please don't hesitate to comment below. I will do my best to show them to you if I have them. I will do my best to answer all the questions about the loom in question. And if I don't know the answer, I will do my best to find the answer for you. Please consider subscribing and hitting the like button for this video. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for stopping by. One last thing. This is not a necessity, but if you are going to get into sock making, whether it's on the loom, on the knitting needles, or in crochet, you might want to invest in a sock block. I got this one at Knit Picks, I don't know, 14, 15 bucks, something to that effect. I want to say this is the medium size, so that way once you make your socks and you block them, it'll be stretched out to the correct size. They always usually come in twos, and they have these little holes up here that you can hang them up. So again, thanks for stopping by, guys, and I hope I've answered all your questions. And if not, like I said, please comment below and I will do my best to get the answers for you. Bye!